Hey there, I'm Jason Logston from Makin Bacon. Today we're going to be talking about how you actually go about finding the problems your fans have. What makes your fans look like this? And it doesn't mean huge problems, just finding any problem people in your niche have. As I said, the smaller and more discreet the better, so Needs Recipes isn't nearly as good as Needs to feed her 2 children after working 10-hour days. These are very specific problems that you can figure out solutions to. Or if you're looking to work with external companies, it could be things like they can't take a good product photograph, or they need to find more reach and more of an audience for some of their new products. Now, I always tell people to write everything down and really dive in, because too many people start the process, find a problem that sounds good, and then focus exclusively on it. This often prevents them from finding better problems to solve later. So where do you go to find problems? If you've been blogging for more than a few months, you should have a little idea from reading your emails and the comments on your blog posts. What specific problems do the people in your niche have? What issues do they struggle with? What questions do they ask you? And what challenges do they run into time and time again? Because we know a lot of this just from blogging. That said, it's also important to go to Facebook groups where your fans hang out, message boards, or Reddit, and see the types of things they are talking about there as well, because you'll see the same issues come up again and again and again. Beyond just doing research, you can also be proactive about this and simply ask your fans. This can be accomplished with polls, but I really prefer to ask them more directly. The easiest way is simply to have your next newsletter be, "Hey, I need some help from you. Hit reply and let me know what your biggest challenge with X is right now." For deeper dives, I also like to create a Google form that asks, what is currently your biggest challenge with X? As well as some more direct questions that I want my audience's thoughts on. I'll promote the form in my newsletter, my Facebook group, everywhere I make contact with my fans. If you do this, pretty quickly you'll start to see the same problems mentioned again and again and again. These are the pain points you're going to want to address. I also got a great tip from Ryan Lefskew in his book Ask, which is to take all those responses you get and order them by the length of the response. Someone that says, "I struggle to get my cake to turn out right," isn't feeling the pain or willing to pay you to solve the problem nearly as much as someone who writes you 3 full paragraphs on the struggles they've been going through with their cakes, how they've tried to fix them, and why they are still coming up short. The people who take time to truly explain in detail what they're struggling with are the people who'll be more than happy to pay you if you can solve their problem. These fans are also great sources of further information. Follow up with them via email, or better yet, hop on the phone with them. Really mine them for information about their struggles and what some potential solutions could be for them. To launch our first service, my friend Lennis Perez got on the phone with 50 members of her target audience and had conversations with them. No amount of online research can provide that kind of insight and understanding into her clients. At the opposite end of the spectrum is SEO Keyword Research. SEO seems to be the classic research technique for a lot of food bloggers and can often shape the entire direction of their blogs. Now, there's nothing wrong with using keyword research to find problems. It's great for uncovering some, especially easy to solve ones that are commonly searched for, but it's usually not as valuable as reaching out to your fans directly, especially when you're trying to move beyond just getting some simple Google traffic. So your homework tonight is to go through your recent emails and comments on your blog, writing down all the problems that came up. Go browse some Facebook groups and Reddit threads and see what people are struggling with in your niche. Write down any specific problems you see, the issues they're struggling with, the questions they keep asking, and what challenges they run into time and time again. Finally, send your mailing list a note, asking them to email you back with what their biggest challenges are in your niche right now. Write all those down, put them in a list, and then in tomorrow's lesson, we're going to dive into how to find solutions to the problems you just found. Till then, I'm Jason Logston.